Mic check 1 2. It's the Y2K collector here, and I'm here to bring you my 4th of July beach day gaming lineup. So I do plan on going to the beach today. I'm going to be spending a considerable amount of time at the beach. So of course we're going to do some swimming. We're going to be playing some volleyball. We'll play with the beach ball. We'll build sandcastles. We'll do the whole 9 yards. But there will be down times or times of relaxation while on the beach where we're just laying down chilling out, and during those times I'm either going to be napping or getting a little bit of gaming in. I think today would be a great day considering that it's almost perfect weather to do some gaming by the beach. So I put together a little bit of a 4th of July gaming lineup for myself and my family, with just some options. I like having options whenever I'm out and about. Not too many, but I think a good amount. So for me, I'm going to be bringing one of my two Game Boy Advance SPs. I'll more than likely bring the AGS 101, just because when it gets dark, because we do plan on staying there at the beach until the fireworks go off. So we'll be there pretty much into the evening, and there's going to be like a waiting period while they set the fireworks up. So I'm probably going to bring the AGS 101 just for that backlit screen. But let's take a look at some of the games that I'm going to be bringing. So of course I have to have a shooter. Gotta have a shoot 'em up with me while I'm on the beach. So I'm going to be bringing R-Type 3 for the Game Boy Advance, a really great side-scrolling shoot 'em up. A lot of you guys already know about the R-Type series, so I don't have to go too in depth. But R-Type 3 on the Game Boy Advance plays nearly identical to Super R-Type 3 on the Super Nintendo, and that is one of my more favorite shoot 'em ups. So gonna be bringing that. Also Astro Boy. I started playing a little bit more of Astro Boy the other day. So we'll be bringing my copy of Astro Boy along with me. I should be able to kind of beat these games fairly quickly. These games don't take a really long time to beat. Once you kind of get a hang of the mechanics and you work your way through, they're not really long games. But then I did want to have like a nice little, Metroidvania with me, and I was already playing Harmony of Dissonance, so I am going to be bringing my copy of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance on the Game Boy Advance as well. So 3 really solid titles in my opinion, games that I'm excited to play or go back to, games that I've started playing. And I like these games because I can play these games in short stints. I don't have to like sit there for a long gaming session. I can kind of get in and get out with some of these games. Now, the one curveball in this whole lineup is going to be Pokemon Emerald. So I am going to be bringing an RPG with me. It is going to be a Pokemon game, and it's because I've had this copy of Pokemon Emerald sitting in my collection for a couple months now, and I'm kind of wanting to dive into it. I'm very familiar with Pokemon Red and Blue, even Yellow, but when it came to like this Game Boy Advance, chapter, when it came to these games, like the Emerald and the Fire Red and the Leaf Green and just all the Pokemon games that came out on the Game Boy Advance, I'm really not hip to the storyline. I'm really not hip to a lot of the new Pokemon that were introduced once we got to this level of Pokemon. So this is something that I'd be kind of happy to get into, pretty much because it's more of a slow-paced game. It's not going to demand precision and a lot of attention. It's not going to command like undivided attention. I could play these games at a more slower pace, and there's more of a story behind this. So this is going to be more of like a relaxing play, especially once the afternoon starts to roll around. So looking forward to getting into some Pokemon. Now, if I don't bring either my AGS 001 or my AGS 101, I am considering bringing my Analog Pocket. To be quite honest with you guys, it's not going to be as small or as like compact as the SP. I really like the SP because it's such a small form factor. But my Analog Pocket does have really good battery life, and it does have an amazing screen. It has a much bigger and brighter screen. So I am considering bringing the Analog Pocket. I will let you guys know. I'll drop a post on the channel and let you guys know what I wound up deciding to do when it comes to playing these Game Boy games. Now, the only other handheld that I'll be bringing outside of either the Game Boy or the Analog is going to be my Switch Lite. Now, a big part of the reason why I'm considering bringing the Switch Lite and the Analog is because they both use the same type of USB-C charger. So I don't have to bring like any kind of unique charger, and I can just charge both the Analog Pocket and the Switch Lite in the car. Very easy to charge, and they both hold a really good charge for a good amount of time. So that's one of the other reasons why I was considering rolling with the Analog Pocket. But I am going to be bringing the Switch Lite for my daughter for the times where she kind of wants to take a break, when she wants to sit in the tent and kind of get away from the sun. It'll be good for her. She can play some Bluey, she can play some Peppa Pig, you know, and then if I do get bored with some of these Game Boy Advance games, which I doubt that I will, I always have the Switch there as a backup option as well to get some gaming in. So all in all, it's going to be a fun day filled with food, laughter, you know, family. You know, we're going to go easy with the food. We'll probably pack light lunches because we don't want to get, you know, too crazy with the cooler. But hopefully you all enjoy your 4th of July. Hopefully you all make the most of the day. Just as a quick side note, I think today and tomorrow might be the last days of the buy two get one free at GameStop. So if you have not had a chance to kind of go to your local GameStop and see if there's anything available for you, you definitely want to take advantage of that between today and Saturday. Even if you're not looking to pick up retro games, I always say the buy two get one is an excellent time to pick up pre-owned Switch games. You can get a lot of really good deals on pre-owned Switch games. As you know, a lot of the like Nintendo first-party titles, they never go on sale. So now is a good time to pick up games like Metroid Dread, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. If your GameStop has these games in stock and you don't have them in your collection, now is a good time to pick up games like that. Also, if you don't have some of the more kind of like 2D, like modern retro games, usually GameStop will have like a pre-owned copy of Turtle Shredder's Revenge or Gravity Circuit. Although I haven't really seen a lot of copies of Gravity Circuit lately, but these are also games that you can inquire about at your local GameStop. Or if you're wanting to spend a little more, you can see if they have titles like Attack on Titan 2. That's another great title. Another title that you should be able to find used is Astral Chain. I talked about this game the other day in one of my other videos. Astral Chain is a really great game to add to your collection. If you have not played this one, I definitely recommend checking it out. But yeah, you've got some really cool options there for you on the Switch as well when it comes to the pre-owned. And I guess the same could be said for like the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 games. I know a lot of people are collecting for the PS5. I don't really hear a lot of people talking about the PS4 these days, but you can definitely do collecting there. And then even when it comes to the PS3, you know, a lot of these titles that you see here can still easily be found at GameStop, especially when you think about titles like Metal Gear Rising or the Prince of Persia collection, Deadpool. I always see copies of Deadpool. Sometimes you might get lucky and you might find a copy of Spider-Man. So you've got options, and just kind of going ahead and just putting the heads up out there for anyone who hasn't had a chance to take advantage. But hopefully you all enjoy your 4th of July weekend, and I will catch you all in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.